Hello everybody and welcome to United Realm. I'm Ashwin Kumar and today we'll be taking a look at my 2020-21 Premier League predictions. We'll be taking a look at who I think will be the champions, the top 6 in order, the top 3 goal scorers and the 3 teams to get relegated as well and all that good stuff. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new and smash that like button, which is very important. And without any more delay, let's get started. So we're going to get started with the 3 teams who I think will get relegated from the Premier League next season. So for me, in the 20th position, I've gone with West Brom. Look, newly promoted to the Premier League, and despite having finished second in the Championship last year, I don't really think they will be able to cope up with the Premier League, and I don't really think that they've got a team that will be able to survive in this league. And to all the West Brom fans, don't lose hope, never say never, because stranger things have happened in the Premier League. But to be honest, or in my opinion, I think the chances of West Brom surviving in the Premier League next season look very slim. Next up, I predict Fulham to finish 19th in the Premier League and get relegated. They came up a couple of seasons ago and they spent a lot of money but still ended up getting relegated. And this time around, I don't really think they'll spend a lot of money, but I think they won't be able to change their fortune again and get relegated for the second time. But look, one man who can save Fulham and take them out of the relegation zone is Aleksandar Mitrović. He scored 11 goals in the 2018 Premier League campaign and a whooping 26 goals in just 46 games last season in the Championship for Fulham. But can Mitrović take Fulham out of the relegation zone? I don't really think so. The third and the last team in the Premier League to get relegated. This one was a tricky one to pick, but I've gone with Aston Villa. They narrowly avoided relegation last season. They conceded 608 shots on their goal, which was the highest conceded by any team in the Premier League, and they struggled to score goals as well. Jack Grealish, their captain, he single-handedly rescued Aston Villa from getting relegated last season, but can Grealish do it twice in a row? I don't really think so, and I think Aston Villa will be the third team to get relegated and finish 17th in the league. It's now time for the top 6 predictions. Things get very interesting from here. So at 6th, I've gone with Tottenham Hotspur. I don't think Jose Mourinho will be able to get his team to the top 4. But they are a good side, Tottenham. They've got big superstars in there in the form of Harry Kane, Son, Dele Alli. But we all United fans, we know how Jose Mourinho is. And with Jose Mourinho's style of play, I think Spurs won't be able to reach the top 4, and I think they will get a European spot at 6th position in the table. So above Spurs, at 5th, I've gone with Arsenal. They're arch rivals. Even though they finished 8th in the league last season, I think in the upcoming season they will finish 3 spots higher. And the Arsenal project under Mikel Arteta it does look like it's taking shape and showing some promise. And Arsenal, they've got a young team. They've got some youngsters with high potential, be it Tierney, Saka, Martinelli, and they've signed Gabriel, Willian, and they've got Aubameyang already. So the aim should be fighting for top 4 and getting in the Champions League next season, but I think they will fall short and finish in the Europa League spot above Spurs at 5th. It's now time for the top 4 predictions, the battle for the Champions League qualification. Look, if the transfer window shuts down today, then Chelsea definitely have the edge and might even finish 2nd or 3rd in the league. But it doesn't end today. It shuts down on October the 5th. So there's nearly 3 weeks more to go of the transfer window. And I'm backing Manchester United to bring in a couple of more signings, including Jadon Sancho. And having said that, if Manchester United bring Jadon Sancho in, then I'm going to predict Chelsea to finish 4th. Yes, it might sound ridiculous to some of you because Chelsea have already signed 7 to 8 players and are also looking to bring in a couple of more signings. I think Chelsea have gone insane in this transfer window, but I'm still not too confident about their defense. Thiago Silva, yes, and Ben Chilwell, yes. But Thiago Silva is going to turn 36 this month, and it's the Premier League. It's the most fast and aggressive and intent and competitive league in the world. So I'm not too sure if Thiago Silva will be able to adjust to life in the Premier League. And Ben Chilwell, well, he's good going forward, but defensively, I don't really rate him. So I'm not too sure about Chelsea defense. And yes, they've signed Havertz, Ziyech and Timo Werner, and they've already got Pulisic as well. So they'll definitely score a lot of goals, but it's never too easy to bring in 7 to 8 new players into a team and expect them to start firing from the beginning, and that might be a problem for Frank Lampard. He needs to gel in the team, and if they do it, they might destroy the Premier League, but I'm not too sure if that will happen, and I'm gonna predict Chelsea to finish at 4th. At 3rd, Manchester United. United still have time to get those deals done in Jadon Sancho and Sergio Reguilon from Real Madrid, and if United get those two guys as an addition to the current squad, which is a well-versed team, alongside new signing Donny van de Beek, and a full season for Bruno Fernandes alongside Paul Pogba, with Rashford, Martial and Mason Greenwood and potentially Jadon Sancho on the attack as well, that would be frightening, and we'll definitely score a lot of goals. And look, Chelsea's attack is sensational as well, but I think United's defense is better than Chelsea's defense, and I think it will come down to consistency, and that might be a problem for Frank Lampard's Chelsea, and that's the reason why I'm predicting Manchester United to finish above Chelsea. And finally, it's time to predict who I think will be the 2020-21 Premier League champions. I'm gonna predict it to be Manchester City and Liverpool to finish second as the runners-up. I think Liverpool, they haven't strengthened their squad enough, and even though they might sign Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich, who I think is a world-class midfielder, I'm not too sure, and I doubt that that's enough for the current champions to go on to retain the Premier League title next season. Winning the Premier League is one thing, and retaining the Premier League is on a whole new level, and that's what Sir Alex Ferguson did as a pro, and he was an absolute beast at that. And I think City will win the title. They had a poor season the last season, and they lost 9 games, which is more losses than how much Manchester United lost last season. And they have already signed Ferran Torres from Valencia. They have signed Nathan Ake from Bournemouth, and even though they won't be able to sign Messi this year, I think he will sign next year. But I think Pep Guardiola will have his men firing and go on to win the Premier League next season. Now that we have predicted the champions of the Premier League, I'm going to predict who I think will be the Golden Boot winner, who will be the top 3 goal scorers in the Premier League next season. So in 3rd, I'm going to predict Anthony Martial. He scored 17 goals last season, having played with Andreas Pereira and Jesse Lingard operating behind him, and Martial doesn't even take penalties. But I'm going to back Martial to score 20 plus goals next season with Bruno Fernandes operating behind him, and I think Martial will have a great season. The second top scorer I think will be Chelsea's new signing Timo Werner. I think he's gonna set the Premier League on fire, and even though it's not always easy for the foreign players to come into the Premier League and settle here very fast, but I think Werner will be a perfect fit in the Premier League, and I think he might as well go on to win the Golden Boot, as he's got the potential. He's an absolute beast in front of goal, and I think Werner is gonna kill it. So my prediction for the Premier League Golden Boot winner is Arsenal's captain and talisman Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Ever since he has joined Arsenal, he has been a fantastic signing for Arsenal, leading the team from the front, and he is an absolute goal-scoring machine. He scored 22 goals last season, missing out on the Golden Boot to Jamie Vardy by 1 goal, who scored 23 goals. And the last season, Aubameyang won the Golden Boot, so he is a very consistent goal scorer, and I highly rate him, and I think he is one of the best strikers in the Premier League, if not the best. And I think Aubameyang under Arteta will score more goals and outscore the other forwards and go on to win the Premier League Golden Boot. Last but not the least, the Premier League Player of the Year, and I'm predicting it to be Bruno Fernandes. He has been a revelation since his arrival to the Premier League in the January transfer window, having scored 8 goals and registered 7 assists in just 14 games for Manchester United. And United are sitting on the top of the league since Bruno's arrival to the Premier League, and he has been a fantastic addition, and he was definitely one of the main reasons for why United qualified to the Champions League this season. And look, I personally think Fernandes will have better stats than Kevin De Bruyne does next season, and I highly rate De Bruyne. I think he is one of the best midfielders in the world, but I've got no reasons why not to believe and back Bruno Fernandes to go on to win the Premier League Player of the Year as well. So guys, thanks for watching, and let me know your predictions down in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and smash a like on the video if you haven't already. The Premier League is back. It's gonna be absolute madness. I'll speak to you all soon. Till then, peace.